This is a Let's Talk Church Safety and Security microsode with your host, Paul Buckner. Hey, sheepdogs, just wanted to drop a couple of quick thoughts on you that I heard the other day. I believe it was on the Civilian Medical Podcast. And if you're not listening to that, you need to be. It's a little, occasionally they get a little coarse, but most of the time, the gold nuggets are always there, but most of the time, it's actually very clean. So, something they said was talking about the fact that with ammo being hard to come by, not impossible, but hard to come by right now, their statement was, this is a great time to go take medical classes. Because I've had people say, I'm willing to spend $150 on a class, but I'm not willing to spend $200 to buy $85 worth of ammo. And I get that. But a lot of folks, if you're already training, and you've already taken the intro to defensive pistol and defensive pistol 1 and 2. If you've taken, like quite a few of us that have taken 8 or 10 up to fairly high speed classes, or in some cases, if you're junkies, like some of us are, and you're a training hound and you're always chasing training, maybe you've taken more than that. But if you've gotten some of those under your belt, I think now is the time to start looking at some of the weak spots, the soft underbelly. And for a lot of us, that's medical. And so getting into those classes, I've had aha moments, and Alvin Bowen with Tri-Point Tactical actually has fallen in love with my phrase. But I have come across, there's a saying I've kind of coined in one of his classes, and I was like, wow, that was worth the price of admission right there. He really liked that. And so that was one of those things that he and I had that conversation, and I've heard him say that in some of his classes, and those aha moments, those gold nuggets, they literally are worth the price of admission, because when you understand how to transition or how to clear a cover garment, or how fast a person bleeds out, or how you can stop bleeding, what the recovery position is, why these things matter, those things become worth the price of admission. And there's a lot of free training. There's a lot of free wisdom you can get from things like the Civilian Medical Podcast. But at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is level up all the way across the board. And podcasts are not a substitute for training, which is literally what they say in their podcast. So we have to remember that. But now is a great time. If we've got the disposable income, instead of going and buying another Safe Queen, a little more bling to throw on our gun that we really don't need, if we find ourselves in a moment where we're like, hey now, I think I'm ready to train a little bit more, but I just can't afford the ammo. Instead of maybe buying another gun that we don't have ammo for, maybe it's time to very seriously start thinking about getting some medical training. Just a thought. If you enjoyed this microsode, check out the video and audio versions of the Let's Talk Church Safety and Security podcast.